Have you spoken to the new third engineer yet?
Yes, he seems like a good guy.
Really? I was starting to think he might be depressed or have marriage problems or something.
Why do you think that?
Well, when I tried to speak to him yesterday, he just reacted like he was deaf or something and completely ignored me.
Well, if you were speaking to him too loudly or even shouting at him, he would feel humiliated in public. Men from that culture don't like being spoken to like that.
I don't want another accident like this to happen again. Did you make sure the motorman had a permit to work before starting the maintenance?
Yes, of course, and I gave them clear instructions what they had to do. They're skilled motormen.
So what job were they doing?
They were changing the circlips and O-rings on the main engine rockers.
So, how come they were scolded? Didn't they have their PPE on?
They did, but they decided on their own to remove the thermometer pocket in the cooling water system to easy access to the rockers. They shouldn't have done it without my approval.
So were you supervising them personally?
Well, no. I was busy doing the weekly report.
That's no excuse. It doesn't matter how experienced they are.
The galley deck on a ro-ro vehicle and passenger ferry was replaced while it was still in dry dock. To do this, they had to isolate the electrical supply and tape over the wire ends. Well, during a routine washing down of the galley deck, the cook noticed the wires and, assuming that they were isolated from the supply, lifted them clear of the deck. He received a slight...
I've just been told I have to give a presentation at the international conference in Glasgow.
Oh, right.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not very good at PowerPoint.
You don't have to use PowerPoint, you know.
Well, what else is there?
All the other speakers will be using PowerPoint, and it can get really boring. Why not show them some of your photos? You've got some great ones of that failed pirate attack in the Gulf of Aden. Or you could tell that joke about the Scottish, the Russian, and the Chinese seafarers.
Oh, I don't think that would be good in Glasgow. But I like your idea about the photos.
I should warn you, the master's in a terrible mood.
Oh, what is it now? Is he still going on about highlighting the engine room emergency escape doors more clearly? I dealt with that yesterday. Now they're so bright they're enough to make you go blind or give you a headache.
No, he discovered the engine room hatches leading into the upper deck were locked.
That was just a temporary measure for security reasons, in case someone got on board while we were in port.
Yes, well, even so, he's furious.
Are the hulls ready yet? We really need to start loading that sugar.
Yes, we've just finished cleaning and drying all the holds.
I think we'll have to do number 2 hulled again. It still smells from that last cargo.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Okay,
First impressions are important, and my first impressions weren't good on the vessel.
Oh, why was that?
Well, the first thing I noticed was how shabbily dressed all the crew looked. The overalls were very dirty.
Well, maybe there was a problem with the water supplies on board.
No, they turned out to be fine. The worst thing, as far as I'm concerned, was that no one checked my ID.
Right, Chief. We've just received your flight details. You're flying tomorrow by Lufthansa from London Heathrow to Frankfurt and then on to Mumbai. It's not an electronic ticket, okay? You need to pick up your tickets from the airline office in the city this afternoon. The agent will meet you in Mumbai airport and take you to your ship.
Okay, no problem. Do I need to pay for the tickets?
No, the company has paid for them already. When you collect them, just...
Look, I'm not accepting those tins of tomatoes.
Why? What's the problem?
Just have a look at the date. What's the date today?
It's the 5th of November.
And what's the date on that tin?
The 2nd of August, so what's your point?
Well, have a look at the year. That tin is 3 years out of date.
Look, I've eaten tins of tomatoes that are 5 years out of date and you wouldn't know it. They keep forever.
Well, that might be your opinion, but I'm not taking them, and that's final.
Do you know how many emails I got today?
How many?
About 250.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. And do you know what makes me really mad?
Let me guess. They're so long, you stop reading after a few seconds.
Well, some of them are like that, but that's not the main problem.
There are too many attachments.
That can sometimes be a problem.
Oh, I give up. What is it?
It's the fact that I'm always being copied into emails that have nothing.
You know, over a quarter of a century ago, a vessel lost about 25,000 plastic ducks overboard in heavy weather. And you can still see them now floating around in places like Hawaii, South America, and Australia.
Yeah, I've also heard that about 100,000 cigarettes were lost overboard not long ago, and then eaten by whales and other marine animals. Did you know that 10,000 containers are lost at sea every year?
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of going into that workshop and trying to find tools. The reason I can't find anything is because they're all in here lying around in an unsafe condition. Why is that drill lying on that oily cloth? And what is that hammer doing on that high shelf? And who put that screwdriver into that empty coffee mug? There's a lot of activity around here.
Are those 3 skiffs over there? Do you think they could be pirates?
I've been watching them. They're definitely fishermen. It's those 2 on the port side that look suspicious to me. I'm keeping a close eye on them. And there's some idiot on a lone yacht. He must be mad sailing in these dangerous waters. Anyway, I think we'll be all... Why are you limping? Have you injured your ankle or something?
No, I've done something to my knee. I just woke up this morning and it was swollen and really painful.
The chief engineer's got feet problems as well. He banged his foot in his cabin and he thinks he might have broken one of his toes. Still, I suppose it's better than breaking one of his thumbs. I did that a couple of years ago and I couldn't use my hand properly for weeks. You've got a lot of different currencies there. What's that 50 note?
That's a euro. And this 20 is a British pound note.
Right. And what about that 100 note? That looks like a lot of money.
Not really. It's a Filipino peso. It's only worth a couple of dollars or so.
Have you locked all the doors and hatches? How many safety posters have you got there? Do you have a permit to work?
Where's the chief engineer?
What does the gas detector indicate? Those shipping containers weigh 8,591 pounds. Those shipping containers weigh 8,591 pounds. My date of birth is 5th of November 1961. My date of birth is 5th of November 1961. I've just taken my temperature. It's 38.1 degrees centigrade. The alarm was raised at 05:45 hours. There's a distress alert on channel 50.